I think it really depends on how the season finishes now. I think if you go back to last season and the way the season finished last year, I was so optimistic and I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to the new season. Erik ten Hag is the man. But there could be many reasons, injuries, lots of forms of players or whatnot, but it just hasn't gone that well this year. There has been huge amounts of injuries, but we need to see the team finish in a lot better state than what it is now, I think, for the manager to really go and for them to go like he's the guy for next year. Win the FA Cup, that would be great. I think he's been in five finals, has he?
4 finals.
4 finals in 4 years, yeah. So he knows how to get to the finals, but we need him to win this one. I think the biggest bit of work has probably been done, which is clearing the decks behind the scenes and getting new people in, freshening up the place behind the scenes with good people, experienced people. And the important part as well is doing that appraisal, looking at things, what's working, what isn't, learning from the mistakes of the previous regime, and then going out and executing. My worry is, without a safe place like we are, right, there's going to be players, there's going to be fans that are going into games during this Euros who are thinking more about what could be the turnout if things don't go well today on this platform, rather than thinking about kicking the ball, celebrating a goal, winning, losing, etc., which it should be focused on the football, not social media platforms that allow negative behaviour. I've done campaigns, I've gone to Parliament, reached out. They don't want to do enough, they won't do enough, and it won't change from their perspective because they've earned far too much money. That's why I'm happy to be a partner in We Are 8 and to be part of it and to champion it, because there's never been an alternative. This is the alternative now. It's too slow. Is it working properly yet? Is it? Is it fit for purpose? Is it? No, it ain't. They can sit there and they can tell. Listen, I commend them for, yes, making a play in that direction and starting to get the wheels motion. But listen, man, we're in a world where fast tech stuff moves quick now. When people say, oh, the government have done a great job so far and they're putting their best foot forward, well, if I still was a betting man, wouldn't bet that it'd be better now than it was 4 years ago. Well, they ain't done enough because you've had 4 years and nothing shifted. Not enough anyway. You don't hear Saka talk about it because he don't want to talk about it probably because he's tired of having to talk about this stuff. He wants to talk about what positive stuff's going on in his life, but don't underestimate what could be going on behind the scenes in his head. The same with Sancho and the same with Rashford. Just because their form may have differed and dipped maybe at times, it could be because of that. I hope it's not, but just never underestimate the impact that the words and the actions of other people online can have. It broke my heart to see a young kid who's just doing what he loves going into a press conference and all they're asking him about is the stuff he hates. Imagine that. You're doing what you love, you've been brought to that room to speak about what you love, but all you're talking about is what you hate. What should be the consequences for individuals that do this, or consequences for the social media platforms that allow this? The people that are making those decisions don't get abused like this because they're not black, because they're not people of colour, because they don't feel that discrimination.
We all hate paying subscriptions. We all hate it. So you can pump that money on the train, getting you coffee. This world, the 8 world, is built to support you.
Because it's their choice, and they like brands that show up here because they know good things are happening every time they watch an ad, and then that pushes through to better business outcomes.
I was in a case where I got racially abused in a stadium two and a half years ago. It took 2.5 years for the perpetrator to have consequences and go to prison. Yeah, he did go to prison, which is great, but 2.5 years, me having to relive the incident 5-6 times, go to court 2-3 times, so that it still doesn't work.
Very inspirational talk from everybody. Looks great.
Cope with you, but thank you again, everyone, for coming.